In this video tutorial, I will be demonstrating how to complete Assignment 2, Previewing and Printing Access Objects. Step 1 asks you to download and open the Garden Company print database file, and you can see that I have that file open. Step 2 asks you to click Enable Content if it appears on the security warning bar. So anytime this appears, you click Enable Content. Step 3 asks you to click File and then save the database with your first and last name. So I'll click Save Database As. I'm going to put it in my class folder. Click at the end of the file and put student your first and last name and click Save. If I get the security warning again, I simply click Enable Content. Step 4 asks you to complete steps 1 through 15 in your textbook on pages 38 to 42. So step 1 on page 38 asks you to click in the navigation pane to display all access objects. You can see there that I have that open and all access objects. Step 2 asks you to double-click the Employees table to open the Employees table. So I'll double-click on Employees. Step 3 asks you to adjust the widths of all columns so that all the values in the field are visible. Access will not print data that is not visible. So if you remember, if you move to the right of the field name and double-click, get a double-headed arrow and it'll double-click and automatically size. We're going to do this for each category. First name, last name, these are getting smaller. Title. The address field will probably get a little bigger. The city, double-click when you get that double-headed arrow. And the state, right to the right of state, double-click. And postal code. And then home phone number. Now you see if you scroll to the right, you can see we have some more fields that aren't showing. So we're going to have to do some further adjustment. So the employee ID, if you click and hold that double arrow, you can move it to the right. The postal code, again, you can click and hold and move that to the left, excuse me. We're trying to size to get everything to show. Let's move over to the right here and double click on birth date and date hired. So we still don't see all the fields, so let's just size the employee ID a little smaller. And we can also do the zip code, a little postal code, a little bit better to fit. And make sure we've got everything sized so that we can see everything on the screen. Okay. So some of them we could size automatically, and some of them we had to click and hold and drag. Step 4 asks you to click on the File tab to display the Backstage view. So you'll click File. Step 5 asks you to click Print. Step 6 asks you to click Print Preview. This is a way we can see what it would look like if we printed it now. Step 7 asks you to click on the Next Page arrow, which is down at the bottom, and you see that our table print is now on 2 pages. There's page 1, and to the right here you click Next Page is page 2. Then they want you to go back to page 1. Step 8 asks you to click on the Print Preview tab, the Page Layout group, Landscape. So this will change the paper to be in landscape view. And then to click the next page, you can see we still have 2 pages for our report. The date hired is on the second page. So step 9 asks you to click on the Margins button in the Page Size group in the Print Preview and select Narrow. Now, if you click on the navigation bar, you'll see they're grayed out because our report now is just on one page. Step 10 asks you to click Print, which will bring up the Print dialog box, and you might have a different printer selected here. Step 11 asks you to cancel because we're not actually going to print. And we're also going to close the Print Preview by clicking Close Print Preview. In the navigation pane under Reports, so we're going to scroll down on the left until we see Reports. They ask you to double-click the alphabetical list of products. So you double-click on the title, and it displays the report of the products. Step 13 asks you to click the Backstage view again, so File, and then Print, and Print Preview. And Access will display how it will look when it's printed. Now in the Zoom group, select 2 pages. This will display the first 2 pages of the report side by side. Step 15 asks you to click the View Shortcuts toolbar and click the Report View button to return to that view. So remember, that's down here in the lower right corner, and you'll click on the Report View icon. Then we'll return to the instructions that are in the classroom. Step 5 asks you to close the Employees table and the Alphabetical List of Products report. And if Access asks you to save the changes to the Employees table, click Yes. So first we'll click the reports and close them. Then we'll close the Employees table. And we'll answer Yes to save it. Step 6 asks you to close the database file. If you're prompted to save it, you would say yes. You might not be prompted. And then Step 7 asks you to submit a copy of the database file to the Week 1 Assignment 2 Dropbox.